Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. We are powered by Bet Us. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing tonight?
All right. Happy Monday.
What's good, man? What's good?
Man, yes, happy Monday indeed, man. Weekend went by fast, and here we are.
Yep.
It seemed like I don't have enough time in the day to do everything I need to do.
Never. Not no more.
Yeah, you got that right. So I don't know if you knew something before I quit my job, man. Starting my own business, yeah.
Okay.
Start being my own boss, man. It feel like I'm more busier
than ever.
Yes, than ever.
Yep. Well, that's good though. Got to go off adventure and start something new.
Yeah, that's why I kept. If y'all didn't know, that's why I kept putting off the podcast. I'm like, hey, we're gonna do it this day. I'm like, nah, we're gonna do it this day, because it was like I was always doing something, or something was coming up where I couldn't.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that.
Me slow down a little bit. RC, man, you check out your 49ers this preseason?
I watched the first half.
Game.
I watched the first half, man. I kind of like in preseason. I watched everybody, but I didn't really watch a lot of the night. We played so doggone late, man. So that's the thing. But I got a chance to watch the first half to see Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is going, if Purdy gets hurt, which I'm wishing it on him, Mac Jones going to step right in. And I mean, he looked really good.
Yeah.
So what were you looking for in the 49ers game? Were you looking at anybody in particular, or are you just like
some of the younger guys, Nick Martin, some of the rookies, seeing what the rookies we gonna do. Kind of paid attention to offensive line play, which wasn't good. And then Robert Saleh, seeing my defense actually line up correctly. Because last year they wouldn't get lined up correctly last year. So yeah, just little things, subtle things. I think week 2 of preseason I'll start seeing more, paying attention to more, because they're gonna show more. Right now, everything.
Oh yeah.
Flowers, what's going on, man?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
Good evening, man. So what your boy AR, so he got in the game, he got knocked out. What were your thoughts? What was going through your mind when you saw that hit?
Deja vu. I've been preaching for the longest, for probably about the last year and a half. That kid needs all the time in the world, but I don't think his body's gonna give it to him.
Mm-mm.
Sheesh, man, that was a brutal, man. He took it right in the face.
And then the way he got hit, the concept of the play. I mean, it's his fault. I had to go back and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
They with the Ravens blitz on his left side, that end was a free releaser, and for that back to release out in his route, that's supposed to have been his hot guy. So his head stayed turned to the left side the whole time. He didn't readjust to the right. So that's on him in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Man, everybody thought he broke his hand or something.
His pinky went made like a K when he got hit by a Jabo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rough start for AR, man.
He's okay.
Rough start. Did you like what you saw from Daniel Jones? Some people kind of like in the middle.
I think people got to understand. Dan Jones showed me enough far as the starters wasn't out there. All the starters wasn't out there. He's throwing to a select few amount of receivers. All I look for in quarterbacks in preseason is how quick they're getting rid of the ball. I'm looking at how they take their reads. Daniel Jones and Riley Leonard did a great job, in my opinion. They did a great job. I'd rather talk about Riley Leonard because Daniel Jones did fine, but Riley Leonard to me was the one I paid attention to the most because he's a big kid. I think he's like 6'5". He can run. I seen him go through his progressions. He was quick. He got a few balls knocked down, but if them balls don't get batted down, they're completions.
Yeah.
I like to see a little bit more of him.
I'm not quite familiar with Riley Leonard.
Notre Dame quarterback last year. He was at Duke for a few years. He brought Duke. Duke was pretty good when he was there.
Oh,
then he
yeah, I remember
transferred to
now.
Notre Dame, played the championship game.
Yeah.
One hell of a basketball player before.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I gotta go do a little bit more research on Riley Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, the hype was all around Shedeur and these rookie quarterbacks in these preseason debut. Man, we'll start with SoundCrow. What rookie quarterback impressed you this week 1 in preseason?
So I know there's some that struggle. I give an honorable mention. Jackson Dart had a pretty good showing when he got out there. But for me, honestly, the story case has to be Shedeur there. I mean, he had his opportunity. He stepped on the field, and obviously all eyes are going to be on him because for whatever reason, whether you're, son of a prime time, you're a son of a Hall of Famer, whatever, same thing with his brother in Tampa. But he had a pretty solid outing. And, considering what Cleveland's got built around him, obviously they don't have a lot of super talent, but they got some young pieces there. I think his performance played well. His pressure in the pocket was good. His release was good. His feet moving out of the pocket when he needed to, not doing anything too flashy. So, and again, it's just the first game. I think there's still always going to be room for improvement, but I would say of all the ones I saw, I thought he had the best outing for the first week for the rookies.
Yeah, I listened to Pro Football Focus today, and they broke down Shedeur pretty perfectly. They say he took advantage of the opportunity. The coach told him that he's going to have most of the snaps, he's going to play most of the game, and he said, go have fun, pretty much, go have fun. That's what he did. He played like he played Colorado, and you saw it.
Yeah.
RC, who would you say had a pretty good debut?
Of course, everybody going to say Shedeur. I think he did great, but I'm going to say, like he said, Jackson Dart. I got a chance to watch him. I was impressed with Cam Ward was poised. And I want to say this. With NFL did Cam Ward a disservice by what they did to Shedeur because he took the focus off of Cam Ward, the number 1 overall pick. He struggled in his first drive, and then he looked like Cam Ward that was at Miami. I'm impressed with these guys because they look poised. They look like they belong, look like they've been there, which they have. But you would think being on the next level that they would be like deer in headlights, like some of the guys I've seen that's been in the league. Like the Niners had a guy, Tanner Mordecai. His eyes were so big, I could see what he's thinking. I'm like, bro, you're terrified. So, the guys, Dart, Shedeur, and Cam Ward really, really impressed me.
Yeah, RC, I'm glad you brought up Cam Ward. They did him wrong.
Yeah.
Man, they said that they weren't even showing his game. They was like on not NFL. I want to say NFL Network. Like they weren't even showing his game, and they were showing Shedeur game before his on prime time. Which when you the first round overall pick,
number 1 pick,
you think you had the spotlight of getting your game put on TV. So, hey, I guess Cam Ward might have a little chip on his shoulder. Go ahead, Flowers. Who you think?
We'll see.
I mean, this is all the same. I think Jackson Dart had the highest QBR rate. I think it was like 80.7. I think Shedeur was like 79 and some change, so he wasn't that far behind him. Like I stated before, I'm always looking at how poised you are, how you're looking at your routes. Excuse me. Shedeur did a great job. Just looking like he was back in Colorado. Jackson Dart like he was back at Ole Miss, throwing the ball down the field. So obviously those guys are going to translate well. It's going to take some time. I'm not saying throw everything at them right now, but it's early signs of the future and what's yet to come.
I think Dart might got the best quarterback room to learn from. What y'all think?
Yeah,
I agree. But RC, I'm thinking about this idea too. Dable, he coached Josh Allen. And Josh Allen had the cases of interceptions, and those Dart whole thing in college where he made bad decisions, bad throws. So if Dable was the quarterback whisperer everybody say he was for Josh Allen, maybe he can do something for Dart.
I think
Possibly.
Dart comes from a guy that know how to coach quarterback, so I think Dart will be fine.
Yeah.
I think Dable's on a hot seat, so he gonna probably
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
he got you got to
He
trust
gotta
in
be.
somebody.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, especially with Jamie Winston and Russell. I mean, you getting leadership factor from Russell, and you getting play carefree with Jameis. So he getting the best of
Yeah.
both worlds, how to handle adversity, which both of those
That's true.
guys have been through. So
Yeah.
that for me, Jackson Dart is in one of the best situations you can be in, because he might sit he might see half of the season, or he might sit the whole season.
We never know.
So
Yeah.
either way, he getting coached up right.
Yeah. Yep.
Now I'm over here fuming watching Jackson Dart standing in the pocket taking a hit and throwing for a touchdown. My guy throwing the pick six on an out route. I was just
Well,
all right. So Tyler Shook, honorable mention. He
yeah.
did come back with a deep ball to tempt him, but dang on that pass, that pick six was terrible.
That hurts. Yeah.
So I mean, of course, we hearing it like, oh, y'all guys should never skipped on Shedeur. Yeah, I hear. Yeah, I know. You gotta tell me twice. All right. So everybody, like I said, the swirls around Shedeur. Everybody saying he did enough already. He don't need to play. He locked up the second QB spot. Flowers, you agree with that? Do you need to see Dylan Gabriel, or you think Shedeur, is understood that he should get the second QB spot?
I don't know what kind of signal to take from Cleveland. I'm gonna have to just observe this myself because it's so many mixed actions and things coming from the GM, coming from the owner. Oh, I didn't want him, and then this guy saying he didn't. So I really don't know what's going on in Cleveland, but I tell you what they are doing. They're taking advantage of Shedeur's superstardom in a sense because you go down to Carolina, they're selling preseason tickets for $100, $150 a pop. It's selling out. NFL Network, every Cleveland Brown game is going to be on the NFL Network.
Yep.
Speaking of Cam Ward, probably not going to see him because you're going to see Shedeur.
Nice.
So the Browns and the NFL are taking advantage of, Shedeur's stardom and his fandom. So
Yep.
The thing with Shedeur is I can go all the way back to when the draft came, and I heard some conversations today as far as, of course, that kid shouldn't be a fifth round pick. And I don't want to circle the wagons on that, but it just goes to show you, man, he is the perfect example of when you're when people want to have an interview with you, take the interview. Go and talk to people, because I heard today a lot of teams passed on him because he didn't interview with them. They didn't know who he was.
Right.
So it's kind of hard for a team to take a player that wouldn't speak to him and they have no idea who he is. So I can't fault these teams for passing, but Dylan Gabriel's hurt, Kenny Pickett hurt. We know what Joe Flacco is going to do. So it's pretty much a script for Shedeur to make his way up. But he has to continue just to perform.
Yeah, cause it's interesting that Shedeur played that script but not interviewing, especially a quarterback.
Oh yeah.
I feel like quarterbacks have to interview.
You have
It don't
to.
matter if you're going number one or where you think you're going. Cause you can be like Rodgers and slide all the way down. I feel like interviewing is very important. Cause that's where they throw all the testing at you, like what you do in this coverage, you're doing that, so on, so on. So yeah, I can see that kind of hurting him, his status, knowing that they didn't get a chance to sit with him face to face. I think that if he probably would took the interviews, he probably would won a lot of people over.
Oh yeah.
With his
for sure.
his personality, his
No doubt.
the way, his confidence, because that's what a lot of GMs look for, is confidence in these young quarterbacks.
Yep.
So RC number 2, is that what you thinking for Shedeur?
I think the reason why that went the way it did is Shedeur is the first overall pick. It's just, it's a bunch of men with ego and pride. They don't want to admit, and that's why, I feel like in some ways, man, this is tough. This whole situation is tough because we watching this unfold, and it make me think, like, I want to think so many different things in which I believe there was collusion. I believe there was. They were going at this dad, and but you know, I just don't know what to think about it, man. I really don't. It frustrates me. Like you said, I don't want to circle the wagons on it, but you know, it's tough, man. It's tough. I'm just gonna keep it short with that one.
Yeah, it's just, man, I was frustrated how everything went with Shedeur. Now seeing him in preseason, I'm like, yeah, man, we should have pulled the trigger on him, man. Bump what everybody else say, and I think that's what the Browns did. I mean, they've been missing on quarterbacks for years. So I think they probably said, I mean, cause they took Dylan Gabriel, they're like, why not? We gotta take as many quarterbacks.
What's it gonna hurt?
Yeah. And hopefully we can hit
somebody.
So
yeah.
So I think that was the whole Browns thought process.
Logic.
Like, man, one of these guys gotta be it. If it's not Dylan Gabriel, maybe it's Shedeur. If it's not Shedeur, who else?
Yep.
I think the Browns are lying though, y'all. I'm gonna say this though. I think the Browns owner is in bed. He gotta show face with the other owners and pretend like he wasn't in on that. But he knows what he has in Shedeur. He has to pretend like he don't know Shedeur words. He knows, man. It's all a game and they ain't really good at it because we're all watching a team that don't have a decal on the side of him. Hey, he knows what got. It's all about the money now.
I want to add one more thing. You would think the Browns would want Shedeur to succeed off the strength alone to get off Deshaun Watson's contract. So you would think they would want Shedeur or one of these guys to succeed, especially Shedeur, because they're not paying him anything. They're paying pennies on the dollar. So if he used to win that position, that would help Cleveland out so much with, as far as contractual obligations with people like Deshaun Watson. They can move off of him, pay him over time, but they need to get off that contract. So I would just think that I wouldn't think Cleveland would be rooting against this kid, but hey, you never know.
Yeah, cause that's odd that the owner will come out and say that about Shedeur. I ain't even want the kid.
It's semantics.
They're
playing games.
I'm sorry. I just want to point this out so everybody can remember this. The owner's saying that now, but during the draft, it was the GM. So who the hell picked him?
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm pretty sure the GM probably had to get LK from the owner, cause they just took a quarterback and did Gabriel. Then you got to explain to a GM why you take another quarterback in the later round when you think
exactly.
So I think the owners, man, he definitely playing two sides of the card here.
They gave you the answers to the test. Kenny Pickett is not gonna ever be your franchise guy.
No.
Joe Flacco's on his way out.
He's done.
On his way out. So they had to pick the two guys they picked. So it made sense. It just didn't make sense to optics wise. It didn't make sense to us because you got 5 quarterbacks. But they had to do what they did because they don't want to. If they done took a quarterback number 1 overall, they've been paying another quarterback. So they were smart about how they did that. I just think, to me, man, they can't fool me because, and the owner is just saving face. That's a brotherhood, and he got to tell the other guys, I wasn't in on this. I didn't know, but you writing the checks. You signing the checks, so you knew. Man. You just Shedeur, like Flowers said, him and his dad more so than his dad. The plan that they initially had failed, flopped, humiliated the kid, humbled the kid, and now the kids. We all know the kid's talented. That kid was playing 4 years of college football with a bad offensive line, whether it be Jackson State or Colorado. So you give him 5 more minutes, he gonna light your ass up. I just see it coming.
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand, man. He playing behind a bad old line, but still putting up numbers. And he just didn't have like a ton of weapons. The Colorado team wasn't loaded.
I disagree.
They got 3 guys.
Other than the trenches. Their skill positions are phenomenal. You have LaJonte Wells, he scored against us on punt return. You got the Horn kid in Carolina. You got Shepard, Travis, two ways. Talent.
Can't go wrong there.
Yeah, players. That's what I'm saying.
Can't go wrong there.
You give him players. You give him Njoku. You give him Judy. You give him.
Please.
And real offensive lineman.
That backfield, man.
Well, he going into a good situation. Cause the Browns. It wasn't an O-line. It was bad for him last year. It was that quarterbacks holding on to the football. Cause we saw when Winston came in, he ain't had no trouble throwing the football.
Not at all.
When Watson was back there, he was just holding on for too long. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about his teammate, Travis
Before we
Hunter.
do, I just want to get Mike. I didn't get my turn real quick because this is where I want to
Go
cause
ahead.
I want to cause controversy real quick. So first of all, the Browns made a bad decision with Deshaun, especially guaranteeing him the contract. Just saying that outright.
Mhm.
They have not been excited for a quarterback since Tim Couch was drafted number 1 in '99.
Mhm.
So my short answer is, aside from the secondary, I say give Shedeur the starting job. Now, here's the thing: 25 years I've been involved in football. I'm a fanatic about it. I've never said give a rookie the start, give him a year to take off. But you know what? What does Cleveland have to lose at this point? They're not going to be competing for a Super Bowl. You want to see what you got. You want to understand is he the future or not? And it's not going to be Pickett, like RC agreed to. It's not going to be Pickett. He'll probably be trade bait. Flacco's past his prime at this point, so you know he's not long term. And it's nothing against Dylan Gabriel, but I think Shedeur could probably outshine him there. So why not throw him into the fold right off the bat? Because again, succeed or fail, you're going to want to know what you have right away. Otherwise, you got to have to start moving on from these contracts at some point. Mm-hmm. So that's just me. Now, I never say that. People know me. I'm totally going against what I say. I never say start the rookie, but in the first year. But this is Cleveland, so why the heck not? Give the fans something to be excited about, I guess. You know, what else you got going for you? So see what he's got, what you made of.
Yeah, I mean, they got nothing to lose. They're not playing for nothing, pretty much.
No.
And I mean, you could get with the fans what they wanted, man. I just made this Shedeur shirt, put it on my merch store, and sold a couple of shirts already. So
jeez,
they want the guy. So it just, I guess, all depends on the coach. What you want to see happens. So Devontae Adams, he came out and he said Travis Hunter should just focus on one side of football. He says pretty dumb playing both sides because you're not gonna get paid for playing both sides. You're gonna get paid for playing one side of football.
Right.
RC, you agree with that? We saw Travis Hunter in the preseason
play both.
Yeah, a couple of snaps on both sides of the football.
Yep.
So you think that's a good idea for Travis Hunter to hang his hat on both sides?
For that many past and present professional athletes or guys who've done it at the highest level to consistently say that he needs to do it that way and he continues to be stubborn, you know, that's alarming to me. But that's him. You can tell by his personal life he gonna do what he want to do. So he should learn the hard way. That game is one of the most physical games that's being played outside of hockey. That's a physical sport. And so the more chance you step on that field,
exactly,
defense, more opportunities to get hurt. So let him learn the hard way. And then if he's able to do it, we'll find out that he's an alien.
Well, and what's so funny is we saw him miss that tackle on the outside, rookie play. He missed the tackle on the running back. So a lot of people, if we see it in the regular season game, you know a lot of people gonna address that. Oh, is he fatigued? Does he have it in to play both sides if he missing tackles like that?
It's always gonna be that way.
Yeah, it is. They always gonna have. You know how the naysayers are.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
Travis Hunter wants to set a precedent, in my opinion. He wants to be the first. It's obvious. That's the way he is moving about the situation, the ordeal. He doesn't want to just play one side. He wants to be the first person in NFL history to be known to play both sides of the ball full time. I just think that's what his initiative is. As far as me thinking that he should, no, definitely not. Like you said in the preseason game, we seen him, miss a tackle, and of course, no one's perfect, but I just look at the size of Travis Hunter.
Right.
Travis Hunter might be 190-ish.
I think about that,
something like that. So for him to go into a league full of grown ass men and think that he's going to be physical on offense and deliver punishment on defense.
No.
You're talking about 120 plus snaps a game in the NFL. You're crazy.
Yep. No.
Especially with his I'm not trying to call that kid frail. But we seen him what was a lacerated spleen that he got his junior year in Colorado. From taking a cheap shot. You're going to be dealing with some grown men that are just as fast, twitchy, and stronger than you, because it's going to take Travis Hunter 2-3 years to come
Good
into
job.
his body, in my
Yep.
opinion. But it's gonna take, okay, you're on a rookie deal, they're gonna stretch you out to 5 years. So that's 5 years right there. They might franchise tag you a year or
Maybe.
two. So there's a 5 to 7 year range to where you're not gonna get your max deal, but we don't know how they're gonna pay you, because they're gonna pay you off performance of both sides. So you're not gonna get per se, well, I'm gonna get a max deal as a wide, I'm gonna max deal as a corner. I don't think it's gonna work like that. And
Mm-mm.
let's just say if he was to get it, how many miles will be on your body then?
Yep. Wear and tear.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I think they're trying to save him a little bit. Travis Hunter played mostly on the outside, Colorado, and now most of his players came from the slot.
I don't think he
So
needs to play the slot.
No.
I'm
you know what
gonna
I'm saying?
say,
So
I'm
that's
gonna
where
throw that out there.
that's where, yeah. What? All right, tell us why. Go ahead, let's hear it.
Because it exposes him. He's gonna have to play in the box more if he plays the slot. I'd
Right.
rather him be on the outside, away
Yep.
from the carnage. If you
Yep.
putting him in the slot, he's accessible to blitzing, but he's gonna be in that. He's gonna be in that box to where
Yep.
a pulling guard can get his hand on him, a tackle can hook around. It's a lot of things that can go on in that box. So I would just
Yep.
be cautious of how I played him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the percentage of snaps, but they say it was like 80%. I don't know how many plays he was on offense, but they say it was a high percentage of him in the slot. So I don't know that,
Yeah.
like you said, that's what's
I wouldn't do
the head coach name of the guy from
Liam Cohn.
Buccaneers?
Liam Cohn.
Yeah, Ryan Cone.
Liam
I
Cohn.
don't know. That's his idea of him. Cause they had Brian Thomas on the outside with the other kid playing on the outside, so they moved him
You talking
inside.
about offense? I thought you were talking about defense. I thought you were playing defense.
offense.
Okay, offense. Oh, now the slot. I'm sorry.
Slot receiver.
Offense,
Yeah, slot
if he's
receiver.
playing slot as a receiver, I thought you were talking about he was covering the slot.
That's what I thought too. I was thinking defense too.
Nah,
I'm like, yeah,
nah,
it makes
they
sense.
had
But what I say as far as defensively still stands.
I
Now
believe. I agree.
offensively, yeah, you can move him around offensively. You put him in the slot.
Yeah.
Still, you have to be careful. I mean, if you put them in the slot, do you want them coming across the middle? You want them taking drags?
He's running in
getting hit by
traffic. Yeah.
safeties, linebackers.
Yep.
So you gotta play the game with him.
You're gonna get hit in traffic. Yeah.
Sound Crow, if you his coach and he's still adamant about playing both sides, what will you tell him?
So here's the thing, and I know even his quarterback had said, Trevor Lawrence was vocal about this too. Everybody's giving him the no show, and I know, my points are the same like RC said, and this is what I'm saying is, if you want to have longevity in this league, okay, and again, I know he's young now. Wait till he hits the B30s, mid-30s, if he lasts that long. A lot of these old athletes say you start feeling it once you start taking the hits. You're young now. I would tell Travis, you want to do it maybe for a year or two. You can do it because you're 22, 23 years old. You can do it now. But if you expect to have longevity in this league, and as Professor Flowers said, you run in traffic, especially on defense, you get caught up in a scrum there. You're going to be and playing the majority of the snaps. That's like being on the field like almost of the time. Again, I'm not going to knock you if you want to try it, but my concern is I want to try to preserve you and have a long career. And doing that, it's almost like the mobile quarterback. You can do it, but the more you scramble out there and put your body at risk, the longevity kind of goes down and down. And as you age, you're going to lose a step or two as well. So I would just tell Travis, just keep that in mind. Think about that. Think about the hits you're going to take. You're going to be going up against big guys on offense when you're the receiver. And you're going to have to cover these big receivers and maybe be put on a few blitzes here against the running backs and the offensive line when you're on defense. So what is it you really want? If it's just to be a two-way player to prove that, yeah, do that. But you might not have a long career. If you want to have a long career, find your strength. I think his strength is on offense. His hands are good as a receiver, and that seems to be his forte. Stick to what your strengths are. And try to play at least 10 years or whatever long you're going to play. So that's what I would tell him. I wouldn't knock him, though. If he wants to do it, he's going to do it. But I would just say think about it. Have a good plan at least.
His agent, he's a nightmare for his agent. His agent ain't going to sleep good at night with Travis Hunter.
Let me ask this question real quick, then we'll get back to that contract thing. Jay from the Breakdown, shout out to him. He asked, do y'all think he can hold up playing both sides of the ball? We'll just give me a yes or no, Flowers.
No.
RC?
Hell no, Jay.
Across the board. Absolutely not. Across the board. Yep, unanimous there.
Yep, I make it unanimous. No, I don't think he can hold up. Not at his size.
No.
Anyway, I don't think anybody's size can just hold up.
No,
Just
not
going
that's too much.
and running.
That's a lot.
Yeah, with the contract, because like you said, it'll be a nightmare for the agent because the agent's trying to get him paid for playing both sides of football. We haven't seen that. It's just like on Tony. It's different. Everybody comparing it to a Tony situation. Well, that's baseball.
No.
You know, that's he not physical. You don't
Let
really
me say something about that real quick.
Yeah.
I hate that they comparing Ohtani and Travis Hunter. I understand what they're trying to do, but the one thing we can say about Shohei is he's an ace as a pitcher, and he's an MVP pitching and batting, but he's a Cy Young candidate as a pitcher, and he's a NL MVP candidate as a hitter. So we can't sit up here and say Travis Hunter is going to be an All-Pro corner and an All-Pro wideout. I think that's one of the reasons he's playing the slot. I love the kid. I love the enthusiasm. I love his athleticism. But I don't think he's a great route runner. I think that's why they got him in the slot, because that's going to help cover that up until he learns a few things, and that's fine. I mean, Brian Thomas is the best player, in that skill position. Like let's not kid ourselves here. And I think they got him listed as corner, second or third on the depth chart as far as corners. Yep. If I'm Liam Cohen, I'm playing him based on how I'm each week by week. I'm playing Travis Hunter depending on how the game's going. Yep. That's what I would do.
Yep.
If I need him more on defense, he's playing more defense.
That's good.
Yep.
If I need him more on offense, he's going to play more offense.
100% agree. Yep.
Yeah, I like that idea. All right. Jay said his other co-hosts think otherwise. Well, we're gonna see.
Okay.
2 more games of preseason. Time will definitely tell. All right. RC brought something interesting to my attention yesterday. He actually got me fired up about Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow is not even my guy. That's not even my guy. my guy is Josh Allen and Herbert. They're my 2 favorite dudes right there. But I have a clip to play for y'all. Y'all tell me what you think.
Quarterback, and we've got to get out of this. We've got to get out of this thing where we want to anoint everybody an elite quarterback. We can't give the runner-up to the runner-up to the runner-up elite quarterback status. There ain't but 3 spots on the medal stand. When we start talking about the podium, it's a gold medal spot, it's a silver medal spot, and it's a bronze medal spot. Okay. All right, the 4th place guy don't get an acknowledgement. And that's where I'm at with the Joe Burrow of it all. It's Super Bowl rings, it's MVPs, and it's all pros. Joe Burrow ain't got none of those. Joe Burrow's claim to fame is once upon a time, 4 years ago, beat Patrick Mahomes in a playoff game on his way to losing the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, that doesn't.
All right, RC. You send me clips. I want to hear your reasoning. If you agree with him, or why Joe Burrow is not elite or not top, whatever you want to say.
First of all, he's everybody's top 5, top 10. He's number 4 on a lot of people's top 10, top 5. So I love Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is a bad man. But listen, when I look at Justin Herbert, I look at Jared Goff, who's been to a Super Bowl, look at Jalen Hurts, who's been to a Super Bowl. They have more. One guy has more hardware. Other guy don't have any hardware, but he has comparable stats. Joe got more weapons or comparable. He probably has the same amount of weapons as he don't have the run game that Philly has, but he has the skill players. He got a pretty good running back now. I love Joe, but I just feel like when it's 1, 2, 3, he's not in my 1, 2, 3. It's not really whole. I understand what Kanji's saying. The lady took it kind of like he was saying that Joe wasn't good or great. But why are we crowning him? Why are we putting him up? Some people have him 2 or 3 because he's marketable. He's likable. He's Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? But in all actuality, I don't think he's better than. I'm not taking Joe Burrow right now over Lamar Jackson.
No.
Over Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. That's just me. But I'm not saying he's not great. I'm just saying the way the guy broke it down. If he had a podium, he ain't up there. So I'm going off of that.
All right, Sandro, you over there agreeing with RC. Let's hear what you have to say.
So now I said this off camera. We were not on the air, and I will say because the question was underrated or overrated. So here's the thing too, and I do agree with RC a lot of it. Here's the thing: Joe Burrow's been compared to my guy. My guy's Tom Brady. Okay. Now, obviously, night and day, considering championships and everything, we don't have to debate that. His resume speaks for Brady's resume speaks for itself. But Burrow, here's the thing: Burrow's starting out. They had a lot of talent. He's got arguably probably one of the best receivers in the league. Jamar Chase is the guy that you want to have. I mean, is he comparable to Justin Jefferson? Close. He's got to be in those top 5 at least. Again, the run game, Mixon was nice having there. They don't have that, but they're building. The line hasn't changed much. And I don't always agree with Chris Canty. I heard a lot of things he says, but I agree a lot of he's saying too is you can't go back to once upon a time when you almost doesn't cut it. Like when they get to the Super Bowl, they got there, but they lose. Almost doesn't cut it. So, and what have the Bengals done since then? They barely even topped the playoffs coming back. And my question is this, and again, I'm not dissing Joe Burrow entirely. Everybody's got room for improvement. But my question is, what are you doing to get your team over the hump? If you're supposed to be the anointed, as they're saying, this guy is the elite of the elite. Mahomes has done it. And now, again, besides the fact that Josh Allen and Lamar haven't won rings, but they're still pushing their teams to get in good position. What is Joe Burrow doing there? So I think at this stage, I count him as overrated because he's stagnant. There's no movement. The Bengals are not where they were. And I even put Zach Taylor on the hot seat. I'm like, you know what? You come from a Super Bowl appearance to now you're barely cracking the playoffs. You think ownership is going to tolerate that for long term? You had the fans excited. And again, I was rooting for the Bengals. I wanted them to win that Super Bowl. They had every chance in the world. Didn't happen, but they have fallen down that tier quite a bit since then. And what do we say about that division? Who's going to challenge them there? The only really challenge other than Baltimore, maybe Pittsburgh, but they're floundering. So it's not exactly an easy division, but the Bengals had control there for a while, even when Baltimore was reeling a bit. So to me, it's just I'm not as impressed because he's not commanding that even to be in the greatest type quarterbacks type. Again, I like that list. Mahomes is up there, Allen and Lamar, maybe top 4. That's fine. But I don't love him to death where I'm overhyped. I think he's got to prove a lot more, or at least he's got to step it up a bit if he wants to at least continue to be in that conversation. Just my opinion.
All right, Flowers, I'm gonna be last. You go ahead. You tell me what you think.
Now I'm gonna fast forward, and I agree with what RC and Sam said. I don't think Joe is overrated. I don't think he's underrated. I just think he's right in the middle of that.
Yep.
Now, the difference in Josh Allen, Pat, and Lamar and Joe, those 3 are on this side. Joe is on this side because of the organization.
True.
True. I'm not going to sit up here and say that Joe can't lead to the promised land. We've seen him do it. I just think it's more of the ownership in Cincinnati failing him because when he's healthy, he's available. He's doing everything that's needed. They got out to a slow start last year, but he slung them right back into the last week. Where there's a possible chance of them going to the playoffs. They're starting early this year. He's playing preseason. You've seen this past weekend. Yep. Don't like that missing a beat. But the funny thing with this situation, Joe can come out 4,900 yards, 40 touchdowns, and he don't have I was about to say a bad word. Had to catch myself. He doesn't have a damn defense that's going to be able to back him up. And I have to go back to I have to say the organization is failing Joe Burrow, not the other way around. What more? I'm like Tyrese with him. Like, what more do you want from me if I'm Joe Burrow? Like,
that's true.
My goodness. I'm like I say, when I'm available, I'm productive. Got a Triple Crown winner, on the outside. I blame the organization because they probably should have paid him 2 years ago. You wouldn't have to give him $40+ million. If you would have paid him a year or two ago, you would have been able to take care of Henderson. You wouldn't have had to let Jesse Bates go. And all these other guys. It's so much that the organization has done wrong. And I'm not going to put that on Joe Burrow. He needs to go win games, but man, look, that's a 53-man roster, and one person can't do everything.
Agreed, 100%.
Man, totally agree, Flowers, on that. I mean, what else Joe Burrow has to do here? I mean, the dude literally have won games against Allen.
Hold on,
right?
before you say this, where you put him on that? Is he on the podium?
Yes, because
hold on real quick, Ben. Let me answer that for you. Me and RC had this conversation earlier. We've had the quarterback conversation about a month or so ago. Joe is 4th on my list. Josh Allen's number 1. You know, but
okay.
Where you at?
I mean, but we always talk about quarterbacks going into the playoffs. He been to the playoffs. Remember that game when the Buffalo Bills, they thought that team was for sure going to go to the Super Bowl. They went in Buffalo and beat those guys 27-10 in their own house. Having Diggs and Allen arguing with themselves, with mostly Diggs throwing a fit on the sideline because they beat him so bad. I don't understand what Joey has to do. He made it to the Super Bowl. We all talk about, man, you got to take the next step. You got to get there. You got to get there. He got there. He was sacked how many times? 9 times, 8 or 9 times in the Super Bowl.
Still came down to a 4th and 1.
Kid still came. And who fault was there on that call? They ran Gio instead of Joe Mixon.
True. That's true.
Joe Burrow took him a rock on 4th and 1. He put these guys in position to win games, and that's what he been doing his whole career without Chase. He 3-1 without Chase. He didn't have T last year for half a season, but he still went in to the Ravens, beat them in their own house in the stellar I think it was an overtime game actually.
Yeah. Yep.
So I mean, they trade away his guy Joe Mixon. They bring it. Luckily for him, Chase Brown showed out last year. So it feel like they saying, Joey, you're great. We're gonna handicap you because we don't want to pay Trey Henderson, who's gonna help out the team. We don't want to pay when we had Bates and all those guys, they let all them veterans walk away. And we're going to let you just carry the whole team. But when Allen or Lamar, they get all the toys and they still come up short. Oh, yeah, it just, they can't get old Patrick Mahomes.
Hold on, man.
That's the guy in Cincinnati that beat Patrick, though.
Where is he at?
He's 4th for me. He's 3rd for me.
He's 3rd.
Wow.
I got Patrick, Allen, Burrow, Lamar.
Okay, Lamar. Wow.
Watch this. This is where I want. I don't want to change your mind. Because I like the fact you stand on business for Burrow. But Joe Burrow has 2 number 1s. Okay, so if you give Josh Allen don't have a number 1 right now as we speak.
No.
If you give Josh Allen Jamar Chase, they will set the league on fire. Okay. If you give Lamar Jackson, now y'all both said right on the side, said that Lamar Jackson needs more talent. If you give Lamar Jackson the same 2 weapons,
it's over.
It's over. I've never seen Joe Burrow ever in his career, even at Ohio State, play with mediocre talent.
Truth.
What Allen and Jackson have done with average receivers and average tight ends and guys dropping balls, hitting them right in the head. See, all you do is close your eyes and throw the ball up to Jamar Chase. All I'm telling you is we can't blame the organization, but when they was rolling, the defense was playing pretty good. Defense been bad the last year and a half. But watch this.
They have. Yep.
Watch this now. Do you not remember that same defense or that same organization really when the defense was playing well, Joe gets hurt. You got to think about 2 years. Joe's been hurt 2 of those years he's been in the league. So my thing is availability. If you're going to say Jalen Hurts benefits from having talent, Joe may be benefiting from having talent. I have not seen him. Do you think you put Joe Burrow in Buffalo and take Josh Allen and put him in Cincinnati? You think Joe Burrow will carry Buffalo Bill?
I do. Because
let me say why.
Go ahead, Flowers.
You go ahead. I go after you, Swift. Go ahead.
I was just saying because Josh Allen has benefited for better coaching, a better O-line.
That's true.
Burrow been hurt because he take hits 24/7 during the game. I mean,
hey man, you
don't
get to a Super Bowl. You don't win games in that deep in the playoffs with a bad O-line. We know the O-line went great. You know the O-line went great, but listen, man, listen. First of all, some of the things that you're saying that are valid. So I'm not discrediting it. I just want y'all to tell me why y'all think Joe Burrow, who you have not seen in the position that Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, he can just do it off merit. Because why?
I'm saying because I feel like Joe Burrow, when the times come, he always step up. I never seen Joe back down from occasion. We saw Allen have with the fumbles in the Chiefs game. We seen Lamar throw interceptions, pick sixes in playoff games. But Burrow, when he gets the chance to be in those big games, it's not because of him.
He lost
It's
the
not
court.
because
He could not get on the field in Ohio State. You know why he couldn't get on the field in Ohio State? He wasn't good enough.
He can overcome competition.
He wasn't good enough. He goes to LSU with Ed Orgeron. They don't have a really good big quarterback room. It's an ideal situation. And look who he was throwing to. Terrence Marshall wasn't no slouch. Mingo was good. You had, you had Justin Jefferson. You had Clyde Hilaire. You had Randy Moss' son playing tight end. You had, and I ain't even mentioned Jamar Chase yet. God damn it, listen. Hey, man.
Hold on. See, to be fair, RC,
Hey,
prior to Joe getting to LSU, the guy that was there before him wasn't getting it done. So you have to be a certain type of person to be able to have the talent to to put up the numbers that he did his senior year. This man threw for 60 touchdowns.
Okay,
like that's unheard of.
Listen, with that offensive skill, see, that's what I'm saying. People need to leave Jalen Hurts alone.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
Because quick coming for Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy got everything out there. But then we get to Joe. He got the Triple Crown winner. It's almost like saying Matt Stafford. You know, I think Matt Stafford is underrated. I think he gets no kind of credit whatsoever.
But you know what? See, you say that name, but Joe Burrow is going down that same path as Matthew Stafford when he was in Detroit.
Oh, yeah. You had Megatron there. That's true. Yeah, I mean.
But no, because Joe Burrow's been to the Super Bowl. Matt Stafford didn't have a playoff.
No, that's true, but both of those organizations were poop. They were terrible before Stafford and Joe got there, because if you take Joe away, what do you truly have?
Yeah, because the Bengals make this argument hard for me, because we know they miss, they don't do, you know, they don't do nothing right when it comes to their players and how they view their talent and how they don't take care of their players. But that's the only thing that kind of holds me back, because Josh Allen may go there to die. You know, you just never know.
Right? Because I'm sorry, because y'all just made me think about something. I had a flashback in my own mind. Let's go back 20 years ago.
Okay.
The Bengals at that time had the best roster in the NFL.
Yeah.
We can argue this. Carson Palmer, Chad Johnson, that defense that they had, they had a lot of great talent. It's like it's just deja vu all over again in 2025. Yeah. The same thing that happened then is happening now.
It's old management. Same thing that's going on in Dallas. I mean, you have that mindset is from yesteryear. It's an old mindset. It's a build an organization.
It's a good point.
It's a different time and a different era, and they have not evolved, because you got to look at their facilities is trash.
Yep, they just now built the indoor practice facility.
Yep.
Yeah, then they took a survey. Didn't they get rated as one of the worst facilities?
Yes.
Yeah, they did. They did. Yeah. That's a good point, though. It's like Dallas, too. Dallas keeps saying, we're not improving. Well, what more do you have to do to – I mean, they've had talent there. And, you know, back when they had 3 straight 8-8 seasons, what more do you have to do? You got to blame the organization, too, saying, and again, like with Micah Parsons now, look at the drama. Now he wants out. So what is the organization doing to show that you care about the players? And, I mean, I'm not saying Dak is elite, but he's had CeeDee Lamb. Even when Ezekiel Elliott was healthy, they had some talent there. So what's the issue in Dallas then, too? Kind of the same thing with Cincinnati. I mean,
management.
Yeah, exactly.
And how they, had the whole Cincinnati drama with Trey Henderson, then all of a sudden the first round draft pick, like he had wording in his contract that nobody else, like it's just dumb stuff like that just made me pull back on Joe Burrow. That like, hey, maybe they don't have the best interest all the time for the team.
So
that's true.
The year that Joe goes to the Super Bowl, who is the MVP?
Who was it that year?
It was the Rams. Aaron Donald. Oh, you talking about the league, the entire league? Was it Patrick Mahomes?
It might have been.
Was it Mahomes?
Either Mahomes or either
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson got.
It might have been Lamar. Yeah, I think it was Lamar.
Might have been Lamar.
So
this is
my point. Them numbers he put up weren't good enough to beat what Lamar did, because listen, bro, I understand who Joe Burrow is. Joe Burrow's a bad man. Okay, don't get it twisted. All I'm saying is, when I'm looking at the 3 guys they have ahead of them, I got a 3-time Super Bowl winner who will slice you, who will cut your throat, who's dragged the team to Super Bowls, because I mean, pull 2 of them from the depths of hell to win. And then the guy behind him is a freaking nightmare at quarterback. He can do everything. I'm talking about Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen, really outside of Stephon Diggs, he had not had a great cast.
No.
But
around him.
I say that's not his fault. It's just like when Drew Brees only won MVP. He didn't win an MVP because Aaron Rodgers had a better team when Drew had better numbers. It's just like Lamar. He had better numbers. Yeah, and then Lamar had all the rushing touchdowns. So that kind of gave him the edge over Burrow.
And I'll say this. If Burrow, you're right. If Burrow was in the NFC, he'll be the one MVP. Like, just getting out of there, getting over there with quarterback. You're right. It's a lot of quarterbacks over there. So, yeah, that ain't fair to Joe there. Yeah, so you're right.
Yeah, and then with, like I said, Patrick Mahomes with the Chiefs, coaching staff, Andy Reid. So he got open hand. And Lamar, he's a rushing quarterback. Look at all the touchdowns he rushed for. So they had.
He led the team at one point,
I could throw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns, but Lamar rushing for 6 or 8 touchdowns and throwing for 20 or 30.
And he's leading the team. He's leading the team in rushing. He's the team leader.
Right. Lamar, the team leader rusher. I mean, that's hard to beat.
I guess what Canty is saying, though, this is all he's saying. No accolades, no acknowledgement.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough, though. That's tough. Because Drew Brees was done dirty. He don't get no acknowledgement. The only acknowledgement he get because he won that one Super Bowl. If he didn't win that one Super Bowl, nobody probably ever mention him.
You gotta think about what he was
up against. That pass interference call, boy.
I don't believe that, bro.
Drew got Aaron Rodgers and all these other offensive.
Drew Brees so much, man. It's so funny. They disrespect Drew.
No, man. I don't know where you getting that from. I think it's created in your head. Drew is like the all-time. Listen, people in football world, I think he's not. Drew is a less marketable player. He's out the way type guy, quiet, more reserved. Those other guys, you got Aaron Rodgers and you got Tom Brady. They in the media more marketable. Drew gets his respect. He gets your respect.
Yeah.
Well, all like especially when Drew Brees don't get his awards, man, it just feels very disrespectful.
It's true.
But we're gonna move on, man. A lot of talk in Chicago. I guess analysts are upset. Bears fans are upset that Caleb Williams didn't play at all under the new system. I guess they want to see how it was gonna look. Sound Pro, do you think that really matters that Ben Johnson didn't give Caleb Williams a start to play?
No.
In the first preseason game?
No, I don't. Again, my role has always been the preseason. If and obviously Chicago's invested, they know he's the guy that's going to be number one on the depth chart, okay? When you have that, and again, preseason, there's nothing to gain. There's no bearing on a regular season. I've never been a fan of that saying. I always say, listen, let the college guys you draft, you need to know who your second and third string, fill out the rest of that roster. Let's see what you got there. Why risk getting hurt? Because look at Rashawn Slater there on the Chargers. He's done for the year. Didn't even make it to the regular season. You run the risk of ending your season before it even starts. And, again, everything happens. Like even in practice, you have run a risk of having practice people get hurt. But, the team knows, and got to trust Ben Johnson. He's offensive guy. He knows what Caleb Williams' skill set is. Caleb Williams is going to be on the field 100% of the time on offense come the regular season, okay? Mm-hmm. I think the key thing for the Bears, you want to know to fill out your roster. What else do you have? What does your depth chart look like? Do you have a sufficient backup? Is your running game good? Are you loaded there? How is your receiving core? Like, you got all these positions to look at, not just quarterback. That's like saying, and I know this from all the years I watched later years of Patriots, Tom Brady's not playing the preseason. You don't have to play the preseason. He's going to be the guy starting. Why run the risk of him getting hurt? You want him to lead you in the season when it counts. So for Bears fans, listen, Caleb Williams, I like Caleb Williams. I like what they have there. I think they have some potential there. Don't risk ending his Don't risk ending his campaign now when, he could become clutch, because who knows, that division could be up for grabs. Maybe they go on a hot streak. You're going to want him to lead you to the promised land. So I don't think it's a bad move. I don't think it's a diss to Caleb Williams. I'm sure he's not upset about it. So it's just one of those, what you got, let the others play, and save your talent for the regular season when it counts.
I think what the people was complaining about was the repetitions before the regular season game. RC, do the fans and some of the analysts have the right to be upset at Ben Johnson for not giving Caleb Williams the rep that they think he needs in preseason?
First of all, Ben views him as the same way probably Andy Reid views his starting quarterback. Nobody played their starting quarterback week 1 of the preseason. With some guys that played a little bit, but you get what I'm saying. I think Ben probably feels like, why risk him getting injured? He's going to be the starter.
Yeah.
As far as reps, I mean, really getting really true valuable reps in the preseason. Like I saw a few guys play, but they were coming right out. So I think those joint practices where you want to see his quarterback and see him progress in those joint practices. But anybody that's upset about it, just get in line with people being upset about dumb shit. I mean, I really don't know what you're mad about. I mean,
hey, Jay think otherwise. Jay said he need all the reps he can get.
Hey, Jay, hold on, Jay. I got a bone to pick. Joe Mixon needs all the reps he can get. I'm not Joe Mixon. Joe Milton. What? And I thought he was the second coming of Troy Aikman. He out there playing. He out there throwing darts to the other people. Listen, man. If you put it, I don't put. Even though Shedeur had a good preseason, it don't make me just be, because it's preseason. Everything's vanilla. So if Caleb goes out there, we know what Caleb could do.
Exactly.
I mean, so
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I get it because we saw him in training camp throwing a hissy fit because he was very accurate on the passing drill. I don't know what was going on with him that day. I don't know, he was on his period, but he was having something. He was not having it. He said, "I'm over practice." He walked away. He said, "I'm done." So I think the fans are looking at like, yo, it's a new system, so why not get him the reps? What do you think, Flowers?
Well, would it be in a new system? Do you want to put him out there? Someone missing assignment, he get clipped, and he's out for the rest of the year.
Exactly.
You want to risk that?
That's a good point, man.
Exactly.
I'm gonna elaborate on what RC was saying because I was gonna say it also. I'm more concerned with the one-on-ones when they bring in opposite, opposing teams as you're playing during the week and they practice against each other. I think there's more value in that.
Yes.
Rather you going into a preseason game and you might go against day twos, you know what I'm saying? You might go against this, you might go against that, but in practice, he's wearing a red jersey. It's live action. He's getting work. He's protected in that environment. So I just think there's more value into the joint practices, than the preseason game. I think you're getting more out of that. And I just think Ben Johnson, like I say, it's a new offense. Caleb's, I've heard he struggled. There's gonna be ups and downs with this. Like I said, it's a new system. This is his third offensive coordinator in 2 seasons. We're about to be 2 seasons, so give him grace.
Fired in the middle of the season. That's true. There's value in joint practices. Get a lot of it's control environment, so they get to work on what they want to work on between the coaches. But I think the fans are a little antsy because they've been hearing reports that they've been hard on himself. Like he really wants this. He really wants to get better. And I don't know.
Why be upset at that? Shit, that's what I want my quarterback to do and to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's struggling because Cliff Kingsbury, what's the guy that said Lincoln Riley? They run a different type of system than and Ben Rose runs that pro style,
pro style guy.
West Coast offense.
West Coast offense.
There's a lot of stuff to that. So this kid want to stand back there and just
run around.
Look at the sign. Now there's a sign over there on the sideline of Lee Corso. Turn back around. He don't want to really go through all that center protection. He kind of just want to do what their quarterbacks are starting to do. Really simple stuff, and it ain't simple. It ain't simple.
No.
Yeah. Shout out to Nutty Sports Talk. He has a question. It's about DJ Moore. He said, "What do y'all guys think he gonna do this season?" We'll go with you, Flowers. We play fantasy football on this show. What do you think he gonna do this season, DJ Moore?
I think he should have a solid season, but it's just going to depend on how far along him, Caleb Williams, and that Bears offense progressing, Ben Johnson's scheme. It just depends on how quick they pick it up. Me personally, I like DJ Moore. I'm staying away from him. If fantasy mid-round, I probably would go after him. But I mean, they have the talent. You got him, Luther Burton. Who's the other guy they drafted last year? Oh, Roma
Dunze.
Yeah,
Yep.
Roma
They got a lot of
the
talent,
tight
man.
end. Well, Loveland, they drafted Loveland.
I like that. Yeah, that was a good pick.
Komet.
Yep.
You know, offensive line's been revamped. Honestly, Chicago has given everything to Caleb Williams to succeed. So we're gonna push everything in your basket, Caleb. Show us you can do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think DJ Moore. Hopefully he has a better season. Hopefully he has a better attitude towards Caleb Williams. I hope they get
70 to 80 balls. I think he catches probably.
Probably, yeah.
Get him in the later rounds. He's a good guy to have on your bench. Last year I had him as a wide receiver too. He has ups and downs, but he also
they didn't figure it out with DJ Moore until the end of the year. You know, you had to have another offensive coordinator to, just put the ball in his hands. DJ Moore's one of them guys. Throw him a screen, throw him a 9 route. Just give him an opportunity to make a play.
Yep. Right, because it was kind of stupid how they were using him. Like they weren't putting him in the screen games. Like they weren't getting him in space. Yeah. And we know DJ Moore can break one, man. He's a tough receiver.
Yep.
So let's move on. Let's do my NFC South record prediction. I know Nutty Sports Talk. He's a Falcons fan, so I know he's gonna love this. got the Falcons dead last, buddy.
All right.
So here's my record. I had the Bucks at 11-6. I mean, the Bucks, their defense is I feel like they up there and they get after you. We don't need to talk about the offense because they added another piece in the draft at receiver. What was that Ohio State kid, right? I can't think of his name right now.
Mukaba, how you say that? Mukaba.
So Baker, he had some lows, but most of the time it was mostly highs. So if he can just continue to ride that wave of being on that high streak, and then the Buccaneers going to be a tough team to beat. I get to you, Nutty. Hold up. The Falcons at 8-9. I mean, it's just going to come down to
that's generous.
Yeah, the offense, if they can figure it out, they got weapons. Galore.
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
they got weapons galore. If they can figure out how to create space and get Bijan more touches, especially in the red zone.
Bijan line not that wide out now.
Right.
That's gonna be all right.
It's just gonna come down to the quarterback play.
That's true.
Cousins, he was hurt last year and he lost his job.
That's Penix job.
Penix time.
That's why. Yeah, I'm getting to that. So to Kirk Cousins, he lost his job to Penix this season, and Penix had some moments where you're like, okay, just take it easy there in the pocket, just make the throws. Yep. So if he can come out there and play well, then the Falcons have a great shot of winning some games, especially in the NFC South. We have one of the easiest schedules. So they can probably sneak in and win some couple of games that they shouldn't win.
Especially against New Orleans.
Man, that's our little brother.
Sorry, I had to do it once.
I ain't worried about no Falcons.
Sorry, I had to do it once. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, I had the Panthers at 9-8. I really like what I saw from them in the last couple of games. It seemed like Bryce Young gained some confidence. He started wearing some stilted cleats so you can see over the line to make some throws, and he played very well versus the Eagles, the Chiefs. So the defense with Jace Horn, they got the other corner they drafted on the opposite side. Man, they got him in free agency on the other side.
Yeah,
I think the Panthers are poised to make a jump, especially from last year. They got Travis Etienne, little brother, so I'm guessing he's gonna probably be the main back.
Probably. Chuba Hubbard.
Yep.
Chuba Hubbard. Oh yeah, I forgot about Chuba. Well, they're gonna be the 1-2. I forgot about Chuba. Oh, yeah, which one y'all had him in fancy? It was RC. Who had Chuba?
Yep.
So they're gonna be a nice.
He does rack the numbers up, yeah.
And last but not least, I have my Saints at 5-12.
It's all right. You say it with your chest.
Yeah.
Say it with your chest.
Man, no quarterback. O-line still kind of shaky. I'm not worried about defense. We were playing fast yesterday. We got a lot of studs on that side of the ball. Just, man, I'm hoping that Tyler Shook just have, just bad preseason that he can turn on during the regular season, Everybody just, but when he threw the interception, everybody just lost all faith, and Rattler just seemed antsy in the pocket. So that's why 5-12 we don't have a quarterback, and I feel like we still don't have the right receivers yet. I feel like we need a big body receiver. Olave, with his recent concussions, is a question mark on his status. So can he remain healthy for the rest of the season?
Yeah,
and so
you need that Michael Thomas body again. You need that big. Younger, obviously.
One.
Yeah.
So, man, it's gonna be a long season for us, but who knows, man? We might take a quarterback next year, because I don't think. Oh, Gatwood, he gonna say 5-12 being generous. Yeah, hey, Gatwood,
I won't go that far.
That's for you, man. You look. The Texans, I haven't got to my Texans predictions, but man, hopefully y'all fix that O-line. CJ Stroud can make some throws back there. So I won't.
Yeah, Laramie Tunsil's gone. Yeah, they need some work on that line. Yeah.
Hey, Jay said we need a tank for Arch. Man, Arch ain't coming out. They say Arch gonna play 4 years.
Don't be shy.
Don't play 2.
Don't be shy.
I looked at the guy from Pro Football. He said that if Arch wins the championship, he think he might come out then.
He'll come out, yeah.
Maybe. Well, jump on it if you do. Yeah, I'd say go for it.
Nutty Sport.
He'll be back. They're not gonna win anything.
Yeah, like if Arch gonna come out, then yeah, we get Arch. But Nutty Sports have said we're gonna be 1-6. Man,
that's
why I can't stand Falcons fans. But yeah, that's why I don't like Falcons fans, because they try to pile on, man. But it's
that's too rough. That's too harsh on New Orleans. I won't give them that bad. It's too harsh.
Man. Don't do me like that, man.
That's harsh.
Oh, man.
I just need them to lose the second week of the season. That's it. I don't give a damn.
Don't be shy, Garcia. Don't tuck your tail now. Don't tuck your tail. We whooped them.
Okay, so let's see now. So you have Tampa, first place? What was second? Is Carolina or New Orleans?
Panthers second.
Saints
third.
Saints third. And Saints last. Okay.
So what's my grade? Right. What's my grade, guys?
Let's see. Whoever wants to go first.
I think Tampa Bay gonna finish. Gonna win a division. So yeah, I think you did have them number 1 in the division. So yeah, I would say about an A minus.
Okay, I think I'll be pretty fair on that.
I think the Saints gonna win more games than 5. I think they win more 5 games.
I mean,
I'm with you. I hate to say it. I feel like you're being generous if you're saying they're gonna win over 5. I mean,
man,
no disrespect when I say this.
The Falcons not gonna beat us twice. Carolina's not gonna beat us twice. So that's 2 wins right there. That's 2 wins right there, and they ain't showed.
Wow,
5 and 4 more.
Okay, all right.
I think we had the Jets. I think we can beat the Jets.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we can take those guys.
You should. If Fields is hurt, you never know.
Yeah, no. I feel like we can handle this. Yeah, we should beat the Jets.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. So we'll see.
Nutty said Nola ain't got nobody. Y'all gonna call Shane Falco soon.
I saw that meme. That was pretty funny. Yeah, that was a good. That was. Yeah.
He's talking. I need to add you in my fantasy league so I can win at something.
If it wasn't for your Falcons rating, I don't know if the Falcons win that many. I'm going to go A- too. It's definitely in the A column because obviously Tampa Bay's got that locked up. I mean, they're clearly the favorite to win there because they're still loaded. They're getting older at some spots, but compared to other teams like Carolina's still rebuilding, and so is Atlanta's a new generation. So, but I won't diss New Orleans. Look, there's some holes, okay, and Alvin Kamara's getting older and stuff, and there's some pieces they got to do. So aside from the quarterback, that kind of thing, but I could say 5 and 12 maybe. I don't know if they're not going to win more than that. I don't think than that. Yeah, that's for sure.
We ain't going to win. We definitely ain't going to go 1-16 or 2.
The best quarterback in the division is Baker.
Yep, agreed. Agreed. Yep.
And then I say Bryce is probably second.
I don't think so. I think Penix.
You think Penix?
Yeah, I think Penix is 3 level. He's how in 2K you got the 3-level score. He's a 3-level passer. He give you the short thing, give you the mid, he can go deep. I feel a lot of ways about him. I think he's a really good quarterback, great pocket passer of the football. So.
Well, he's taller too, so yeah, there's that. I'm just kidding. Bryce is a good. I'm just kidding on Bryce. He's a good quarterback, but it's.
Bryce gonna get hurt. Right. He's too little.
Yeah, I mean, he could be he's not quite the Russell Wilson. I think he's just shy of that. I mean, Russell's smaller too, but
Got to put some weight on that body.
that's what the difference maker. I think Russell Wilson has the heavy set. He had them. Bryce has got to add a few pounds. You hit him, he'll go flying back in the end zone. So
I promise Bryce look like he probably weigh about 185.
Yeah.
Travis Hunter probably Travis Hunter weigh more than him.
Probably, yeah.
All right, guys, we're brought to you by Bet Us. We got your game, NFL preseason going on. I have to admit, I did bet on the NFL preseason game, and I got it right. So
yes,
I got all my NFL preseason over points wise right. Baseball is the one that kills me.
Yeah, I actually won last week Flowers on some baseball. I had
nice.
I didn't even know I won until I looked back on the website. I forgot all about it, and there was like $50 in my account. I'm like, oh,
surprise!
I won.
Yes.
Yep. So we got baseball going on, WNBA. Like I said, NFL preseason. Some people bet on that. A lot of people bet on the points. So win you some money this year. We ride around the corner at college football at the end of August. So we right there, gentlemen.
I'm telling you, now, it's gonna be a good year making money.
There you go.
Indeed. I can feel it in the air.
Ride the wave.
Feel it in the air. So man, I might be back again this week. I don't know. I might just do a short recap. I might do a short segment on some of the AFC. I think I'm doing the AFC West predictions. So I might do a short segment. But anyway, I might be back. I'll let y'all know. If not, see y'all next week. So
good.
We out of here.
Hey,
Good job, man.
Yes, sir.
Good night, everybody. Happy Monday night.
Happy Monday.